Hey, welcome back to part 2 of our trip from Houston to Dallas. We are currently 149 nautical miles away from Dallas Fort Worth International, which is located in Texas. Right now we are currently, I guess we're in the countryside of Texas. Not that many cities, just grass and trees, and there's one of the major highways right over here, as you can see down here on the right hand side, that takes you to Dallas. It should lead you most of the way to Dallas. From Houston to Dallas, most of the way to, from Houston to Dallas, you're gonna take 45 north, and it will take you the majority way to get to Dallas. It's like a straight up. So, yeah. Texas has just a little bit of everything. It's got deserts, it's got mountains, it's got cities, it's got fields to plant crops in. It's got a lot. My preference is I grew up near being out in the country and being like 10-15 minutes from the beach. But it was nice during the summertime because, you know, you can go to the beach if you wanted, there's lots of stuff to do. But the problem with living in the country and living close to a beach is jobs. If you don't got a college degree or you're not in law enforcement or something, for me, in my opinion, it was hard to find a job. Because a lot of the jobs when you live near a beach in the country are seasonal jobs, because that's when people make their most money. So, a couple years ago, I moved to Houston, and there's lots of jobs here. There's lots of money to be made. But I will tell you what, I do miss home. I miss home a lot, sometimes. I miss the fact that you don't get stuck in traffic like you do here, to go, like sometimes it'll take 20-30 minutes just to go 5-6 miles. Because people don't know how to drive. They don't know how to drive in Houston. So, we're now at 119.13 nautical miles until we get to Dallas. So we'll have to see what happens. And as you can see down below that there's, I believe it's still 45. Route 45 that's gonna still continue to lead you to Dallas Fort Worth area. If you're underground and you're leaving from Houston, it's about 3.5 hours from downtown, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but it's probably roughly 3.5 to 4 hours underground. Sometimes you can't always go by map quest that tells you how long it is, because you have to take into factor traffic, and depending on what time of the day it is when you're coming from a major city, the traffic time can change, and there's always a chance there could be an accident or an oil spill or something like that. So there's always that. We're almost there. We're getting there. Hopefully. Dallas is a lot different than Houston. I feel like the buildings are a lot more crammed together than they are in Houston. And one of the great things about Dallas is that they had this big eyeball in the middle of their downtown, which is very interesting. Why would anybody want a big eyeball in the middle of downtown? So, I'm pretty sure that I think that the highway has changed. 45 only goes, Route 45 only goes up so far. This is weird. There's little spots everywhere. I want to go down there. See if I can get a closer look. Could just be houses. But we are getting pretty close, so we kind of need to start descending. I don't think there's any mountains in Dallas. We're almost there. We're almost in Dallas. So, that's the end of part 2. That's really the end of part 2 for, from Houston to Dallas. Stay tuned for another part of, for part 3 for part 3 for our trip to Houston to Dallas. And hopefully in the last video we will make it to Dallas in time, but there's no guarantees. So until next time, check us out at Gamergirl 2000. Until next time, thanks for watching.